Good day everyone, so our topic for today is all about organizational leadership. Introduction. Expected a professional teachers who care for and embark and continuing professional development is a promotion along the way. With this in mind, this course won't be complete without a discussion of an effective leader and a manager for which you will be in future. But should you refuse an offer for a managerial or leadership position in a school or a bigger educational organization because of the love for teaching and learners? In this lesson, organizational leadership won't be lead to waste because even as a teacher, you are already a leader and a manager. You are a teacher and a class or classroom manager. Here, you can be a leader and a manager. So as a leader, you can inspire and guide students and helping them to grow. As a manager, you can organize the classroom and set rules to make sure everything runs smoothly. Organizational leadership. In organizational leadership, leaders help set strategies, goals for the organization while motivating individuals within the organization to successfully carry out assignments in order to realize those goals. In the school setting, the school leader helps set the goals and targets for the school and motivate teachers, parents, learners, non-teaching personnel, and other members of the community to do their task to realize the school goals. For example, if isa ka principal anak nga school dayon ang performance sa mga estudyante is low kaayo, so para ma-achieve ninyo ang goals nga mataas ang grades sa mga students is ngayo kag cooperation sa students, sa mama sa students, sa teachers and the other staff sa school. So another example, dagan abig ma-knowledge na inyong eskwelahan. So mukandak abi mo feeding program. So para ma-achieve na ninyo nga goals na wala na malnourished is mga ikagtapan sa mama, sa parents sa anang estudyante, then sa ubang teacher para makandak na ninyo. Organizational leadership works toward what is best for the individual members and what is best for the organization as a group at the same time. Organizational leadership does not sacrifice the individual members for the sake of the people, nor sacrifice the welfare of the group for the sake of individual members. Both individual and group are necessary. It means the leader don't overlook the needs of the individuals for the sake of the group, nor did they ignore the welfare of the group for individual members. Examples: training and development programs. A good leader provides opportunities for individual growth and skill development through training programs. This benefits both individuals by enhancing their skills and organization by having a more capable workforce. Organizational leadership is also an attitude and a work ethic that empowers an individual in any role to lead from the top, middle, or bottom of an organization. Applied to the school setting, the school leader helps anyone from the organization, not necessarily from the top, to lead others. An example of this leadership, which does not necessarily come from the top of the organization, is the teacher leadership.
Leadership versus management. Are leadership and management synonymous? Is a leader a management or is a manager a leader? If I am a good leader, does it follow that I am also a good manager? Or if I am a good manager, I am at the same time a good leader? Not necessarily.
A school head must be both a leader and manager. A school head leads the school and community to formulate the vision, mission, goals, and school improvement plan. This is a leadership function. He or she sees to it that this plan gets well implemented on time and so ensures that the resources needed are there. The persons to the job are qualified and available. This is a management function. Imagine if the school head is only a leader or vice versa. You have the mission, vision, goals, and school plan but no implementation. It is best that a school leader is both a leader and manager. Now, let's have a comparison between manager and leaders. This highlights the key differences in their approaches and focuses within an organization. Let's start with the administrator and under manager. So their process is transactional, meet objectives and delegate tasks. So for instance, the school principal sets clear objectives for teachers to follow in the curriculum and delegates specific tasks to each department for the academic year. On the other hand, under the leader, here we have innovates. Their process is transformational, develop a vision and find a way forward. A school leader introduces a new project-based learning initiative to enhance student engagement and critical thinking skills, transforming the traditional teaching methods. So next is work focus and manager. The goal is to get things done. They are skilled at allocating work. A school administrator's main focus is ensuring that all administrative tasks such as scheduling, budgeting, and resource allocation are efficiently managed to support the school's operations. So in leader, we have your people focus. So the goals include both people and results. They care about you and want you to succeed. So, a school leader prioritizes building relationships with students, teachers, and parents, ensuring their well-being, growth, and success are at the forefront of decision-making processes. So next, in manager, we have subordinates. So they create circles of power and lead by authority. So for instance, principals and vice principals hold positions of authority within the school hierarchy, creating circles of power where the teachers and staff report to them, following their directives and decisions. So on leader, we have here have followers. So they create circles of influence and lead by inspiring. So, a visionary school leader inspires teachers and staff to embrace changes in educational practices, creating circles of influence where individuals are motivated to contribute positively to the school's progress. So, lastly, is do things right. Here, the managers enact the existing culture and maintain status quo. So, here in manager, the schools focus on maintaining the existing culture by adhering to established policies, procedures, and educational standards to ensure continuity and stability in their learning environment. On the other hand, in leader, we have here do the right thing. Leaders shape the culture and drive integrity. So the school leaders shape the culture by promoting integrity, ethical behavior, and inclusivity, driving initiatives that foster a positive school environment and encourage diversity and respect among students and staffs. Now, let's move on to the types of skills demanded of leaders. So leaders use three broad types of skills, namely technical, human, and conceptual skill. Now let's define technical skills. Refers to any type of process or technique like sending email, preparing a PowerPoint presentation. So, for example, a school leader must possess technical skills in coding and software development to effectively lead the school or the institution. Next is the human skill. It is the ability to work effectively with people and to build teamwork. This is also referred to as people skills or soft skills. So, for instance, a school leader must demonstrate strong human skills by effectively communicating with teachers, students, parents, and fostering a collaborative and empathetic work environment. Lastly is the conceptual skills. So it is the ability to think in terms of models, frameworks, and broad relationships such as long-range plans. So for example, here in a strategic planning manager in a financial institution, they utilize conceptual skills to analyze market trends, develop long-term investment strategies, and create financial models to guide the company's growth and profitability. Now, let's move on to the leadership styles. So here are the four leadership styles: the autocratic leadership style, consultative leadership style, democratic leadership style, and laissez-faire leadership style. So autocratic leaders do decision making by themselves. So for example, a principal making decisions without consulting teachers. So in consultative leaders, they allow participation of the members of the organization by consulting them but make the decision themselves. So leaders seek input from team members but ultimately make the final decision themselves. So seeking input, for example, from teachers before making a decision. So in democratic leaders allow the members of the organization to fully participate in decision making. Decisions are arrived at by way of consensus. So in these styles, leaders encourage full participation from team members in decision-making processes, aiming to reach decisions through consensus. So for example, teachers and staff collectively designing on school policies. So here in laissez-faire or free-rein leadership style, leaders avoid responsibility and leave the members of the organization to establish their own work. So this leadership style leads to the kanya-kanya mentality, where it is one of the weaknesses of the Filipino character. So this leadership style involves minimal interference from the leader, so it allowing the members to make decisions independently. So as I said earlier, it can lead to a kanya-kanya mentality, wherein individuals prioritize their own interest over the group's goals. So, for example, allowing teachers to create their own lesson plans without guidance. So these leadership styles play a crucial role in shaping the school environment, affecting staff morale, student achievement, in the overall school culture. Each style has its strengths and weaknesses, impacting how schools operate and function.
Next one is the situational leadership model. In situational leadership, effective leaders adapt their leadership style to the situation of the members of the organization, to the readiness and willingness of group members. Paul Hersey and Kenneth H. Blanchard, 1996, characterized leadership style in terms of the amount of task behavior and relationship behavior that leader provides to their followers. They categorize all leadership styles into four behavior styles, which they name S1 to S4. So, in the situational leadership model developed by Paul Hersey and Kenneth H. Blanchard, effective leadership is characterized by the ability of leaders to adapt their leadership style based on the readiness and willingness of group members. The model emphasizes the importance of tailoring leadership behaviors to specific situations and the developmental level of team members. Okay, so the next one is behavior style and situational leadership. S1 or telling or directing individuals lack the specific skills required for the job at hand and they are willing to work at the task. They are novice but enthusiastic. In this category, individuals lack the specific skills required for the task but are enthusiastic and willing to work. They are novice in the job but show enthusiasm. In leadership approach, the leader provides clear instructions, closely supervises, and guides team members on what needs to be done. So for example, a new intern in a marketing team lacks experiences but is eager to learn. The team leader provides detailed instructions, closely monitors progress, and guides the intern on tasks to ensure they understand and perform effectively. Next one is S2. Telling or coaching. Individuals are more able to do the task, however, they are demotivated for this job or task, unwilling to do the task. Individuals in this category are capable of performing the task but lack motivation or enthusiasm. They have the skills but are demotivated for the specific job or task. A leadership approach. The leader focuses on persuading and inspiring team members, explaining the purpose and importance of the task to boost motivation. For example, an employee who has the skills to handle a project but lacks interest. The leader motivates and engages the employee by explaining the significance of the project and how it aligns with personal and team goals. So S3, participating or supporting. Individuals are experienced and able to do the task but lack the confidence or the willingness to take on responsibility. Individuals here are experienced and competent to perform the task but lack confidence or willingness to take on responsibility. They need support and encouragement. In leadership approach, the leader collaborates with team members, provides encouragement, and involves them in decision making to boost confidence and engagement. Example, a team member who has the skills to lead a project but lacks of self-confidence. The leader supports and involves the team member in decision making, providing guidance and boosting their confidence. Last one, S4, delegating. Individuals are experienced at the task and comfortable with their own ability to do it well. They are able and willing to not only do the task but to take responsibility for the task. Individuals in this category are experienced, competent, and confident in their abilities to perform the task. They are both able and willing to take responsibility for the task. In leadership approach, the leader empowers them, team members, delegates tasks, and trusts them to work independently. For instance, a senior team member who has mastered a specific task and is eager to take on more responsibilities. The leader delegates tasks, provides resources, and allows the team member autonomy to make decisions and excel in their role. So, the situational leadership model's four categories provide a framework for leaders to adapt their approach based on the readiness and willingness of team members. By understanding and applying the appropriate leadership style in each situation, leaders can effectively guide and support their teams to achieve optimal performance and success. Next is the servant leadership. Robert Keith Greenleaf, 1977, coined the paradoxical term servant leadership. Servant leadership seeks to involve others in decision-making. It is strongly based on ethical and caring behavior and enhances the growth of workers while improving the caring and quality of organizational life. Servant leaders is a leadership philosophy that prioritizes serving others, focusing on their needs, and helping their goals succeed. This approach emphasizes empathy, collaboration, ethical behavior, and fostering a supportive work environment. Servant leaders strive to involve team members in decision-making processes, prioritize the well-being of their employees, and aim to enhance the overall quality of organizational life.
Hello, good day everyone. I'm Renalyn Tapispisan, and now we are going to talk about the transformational leadership. Robert Kennedy once said, "Some men see things as they are and ask why. I dream of things that never were and ask why not." Those who dream of things that never were and ask why not are not transformational leaders. The transformational leader is that content with status quo and sees the need to transform the way the organization thinks, relates, and does things. So the quote by Robert Kennedy highlights the mindset of transformational leader, wherein a transformational leader is someone who recognizes the need for change and improvement within the organization. They have a vision for a better future and inspire others to work towards that vision. A transformational leader is dedicated to making positive and impactful changes to achieve a better future. Like for examples, transformational leaders promote a culture of innovation within the organization. They encourage employees to think creatively, explore new ideas, and inspire their team to find better and more efficient ways of doing things. Transformational leaders are not afraid of change. They recognize that change is necessary for growth and improvement. They actively seek out opportunities to introduce new processes, technologies, and strategies that can enhance the organization's performance. The transformational school leader sees school culture as it could be and should be, not as it is, and so plays his or her role as visionary, engager, learner, collaborator, and instructional leader. As a transformational leader, he or she make positive changes in the organization by collaboratively developing new vision for the organization and mobilizing members to work towards that vision. To do this, the transformational leader combines charisma, inspirational leadership, and intellectual stimulation to introduce innovation for the transformation of the organization. So, when we talk about transformational school leaders, we are referring to individuals who have a vision for what the school culture could and should be, rather than accepting it as it currently is. These leaders play several important roles like visionary, engager, learner, collaborator, and instructional leader. As a visionary, they have a clear and inspiring vision for the future of school. As an engager, they actively involve and engage all members of the school community in working toward the shared vision. As a learner, they continuously seek opportunities for personal and professional growth and encourage a culture of learning among the school community. As a collaborator, they foster collaboration and teamwork, bringing together diverse perspectives to achieve the shared vision. And as an instructional leader, they focus on improving teaching and learning practices within the school. So, as a transformational school leader is someone who has a vision for an improved school culture and actively involves and inspires others to work towards that vision. They collaborate with the school community, introduce innovative ideas, and provide instructional leadership to bring about positive changes in teaching and learning. Now let's move on to sustaining change. For forms to transform, the innovations introduced by the transformational leader must be institutional and sustained, or else that innovation is simply a passing fad that loses its flavor after a time. A proof that innovation introduced has transformed the organization is that the result or effect of that change persists or ripples even when the transformative leader is gone or transferred to another school or gets promoted in the organization. We feel most comfortable with our old pair of shoes. We like to live in our comfort zones, and so sometimes we don't welcome change. And yet, if we want to improvement in the way we do things in our organization, in our school, or if we want to improve in our life, we must be willing to change. The transformational leader ought to deal with resistance to change to succeed. There will always be a resistor to change. So to ensure that the innovation he or she introduces leads to the transformation of the organization, Murato by an ABS-CBN in 2011 gives the following advice. So first is we have to seek the support of the stakeholders. So the leader must be build a strong coalition of allies in order to push for any meaningful change that will yield results. Innovation cannot be forced upon the teachers, the students, the parents, and the community without serious consequences. So, a transformational leader needs to build a team of supporters who are willing to work together towards implementing changes. This collaboration helps ensure that the Proposed innovations are well received and have a higher chance of success. Transformational leader can seek the support of stakeholders by, for example, collaborating with teachers and involving them in decision making, engaging students and empowering them to contribute their ideas, involving parents and community members through meetings and open discussion. So second is we have get people involved early and often. So resistance drops off in proportion to the involvement of participants. You may not to expect 100% supports from any individuals who was not personally involved in a change that affected his or her work. It is best to set up networks to reach out to as many possible as people. So involving people early and consistently in the change process help reduce resistance. Setting up networks or communication channels ensure that as many individuals as possible have the opportunity to be involved and provide input, increasing their support for the change. For example, organizing regular meetings or workshop or open dialogue, sharing of ideas, utilizing online collaboration platforms for continuous communication and engagement. Hosting town hall meetings or open forums for transparent communication and addressing concerns. So, third is we have plan a communication campaign to sell the innovation. Morale 2011 asserts that the change and vision must cascade downwards to the last lesson plan and ripple sidewards to win the support of major stakeholders. So planning a communication campaign involves creating a strategic plan to effectively communicate the vision and benefits of the innovation. This plan should reach all levels of organization and extend to key stakeholders, ensuring that everyone understands and supports the proposed change. Like for example, maintain regular communication and provide ongoing supports throughout the implementation process. Provide opportunities for two-way communication to address concerns and gather feedback. Develop a clear and compelling message that communicates the vision and benefits. Four is we have ensured that the innovation is understood by all. The benefits and costs must be appreciated and weighed carefully. To ensure that the innovation is understood by all, we have to communicate the benefits and positive outcomes it can bring, provide training and supports to help the stakeholders and navigate the change, address questions and concerns to clarify any misconceptions. So fifth is we have provide clear and accessible documentation outlining the details of the innovation. So by following the steps, stakeholders can gain a comprehensive understanding of the innovation and make informed decision about its implementation. Ensuring that the innovation is understood by all entails providing clear information about the benefits and costs associated with that change. Stakeholders should have a comprehensive understanding of both the advantages and potential challenges to make informed decision and judgments about the proposed innovation. And next is we have considered timing and pacing. So these are highly critical tips might backfire and lack of sustainability to stakeholders might lead to resistance. So to consider timing and pacing when implementing innovation, so we have access organizational readiness for change, communicate clear timelines for implementations, involve key stakeholders early for input and support, and provide adequate training and ongoing support.